Hello, thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Elias Munsha, and I'm coming to you live from Calgary, Alberta, here in Canada. And I just want to give you a few minutes to spread the word around, and I'll also try to spread the word as well. Let me see what I can do here. Spread the word around, let everyone know that we are here and we are back once more to talk about some of the things that are very important for our country, for our people, and everything else. Let me know where you are catching me from. Where are you catching me from? Kabompo is in the house. That's wonderful. I want to send you an invitation here. Let's see. There we go. There it is. There is the invitation that you can use to try and join us. On the other hand, I'm going to share the link with my Munshalo page because Facebook page is still having a few difficulties. And then I do realize that, so keep sharing as much as possible so that we can have as many people as possible on the link. Very important. Okay. I'm going to try and share as well here. Let us see. Let us see. All right. I think we are all good now. We should be able to go. All right. Okay, let's see how far are we. Yeah, today we are talking about the arrest of Mubita, Nawa, and Anthony Bwalya. They were arrested today and they're spending the night in jail, I think. For a lack of better term, this is just political victimization. That's what it is. I don't think there is any other word we can use to describe what the Patriotic Front is doing. It's political victimization. That is what it is. And so we can't just keep quiet and say, no, this is not important. It's important because what they are doing is not good. It's not normal. This is not the right way to govern. It's pretty bad. It's very pathetic. And so we've got to call it for what it is. Okay? And then we'll also talk about the honeybee products, the honeybee things that keep being recalled. Buy substandard medication, buy everything substandard. It's pretty pathetic. And the reason why we must talk about it is because it concerns all of us as a people, as a country. It concerns all of us. So we've got, it concerns all of us, and so we have to talk about it. All right. If you have done the shares, we should be able to get started now. I think we are good to go. All right. Okay. So first of all, I would like to make it very clear here that it's very sad what has happened today in Lusaka. The police have arrested Anthony Bwalya and Mubita Nawa, the two advisors of the opposition party leader, Hakainde Hichilema. And the reason that has been provided so far is that they have been arrested for forgery and fraud and lying to an NRC officer. Those are the charges that have been leveled against these two gentlemen. It shouldn't take rocket science for us to be very clear and resolute in our conviction that this arrest is completely unwarranted and it is politically motivated. It is an arrest that is politically motivated. What this means is that the police are using not just the objective of trying to enforce the law, but rather they are using crime or allegations of crime in order to stifle the opposition in Zambia. That is what is happening. That's why it is unfair and it is not right. We've got to condemn it. All well-meaning Zambians must condemn it. This is an election year, and obviously the Patriotic Front does not want any opposition. They don't want anyone to stand in their way. And so what they have decided to do now is to begin arresting and disorganizing the opposition. We call upon the police, we call upon the president, we call upon the Minister of Home Affairs to act very fairly and release Anthony Bwalya and Mubita Nawa forthwith. The allegations are false. We believe that these allegations are politically motivated and there is no justification whatsoever why Anthony Bwalya and Mubita Nawa should be arrested. We understand that the Patriotic Front government and the Patriotic Front party, they are saying that they are a very popular party. The Patriotic Front, they are extremely popular. Elections August if you are saying that you are popular as a political party, that in a very clear manner. So this idea, they are saying that they are popular, and yet they are arresting and disorganizing the opposition party. It gives you an indication that indeed the Patriotic Front is not very sure of its stance. It's a very weak party, and it is a party that is losing its popularity, and it is a party that knows that it's likely to lose in August. So it has begun doing what we call underhand methods in order to keep power. That is what it is. Okay? And so the victimization of opposition leaders does not come as a surprise in Nshipapide. Because this political party knows that it is on its way out. Now, why am I saying that the Patriotic Front is on its way out? It's on its way out not because of what anything has done, right? This is not my fault. It's not like I'm the one who is causing this political party to be on its way out. It is the actions of the political party itself, the Patriotic Front. Because the Patriotic Front has become a party of criminals, thieves, and mafias. They are running the country as if it is a private gang enterprise. That's exactly what they are doing. Beginning from the very top itself, they are running government like a criminal enterprise. Okwambira kambweke shepo ndande bwino bwino pokwati mungu fo okwambira kuli balongo okufika na the lower ranks of the Patriotic Front. They are all running this government as if it were a criminal enterprise. As if it were a criminal enterprise. They are running it as if it is a mafia operation. And I know that there are several people who want to say that no, President Lungu is completely innocent. It's somebody else. No, it's President Lungu is the one who is the leader of the country, is the one who is the leader of this political party. And all the thieving that is taking place is as a result of either his negligence or his tacit approval. In other words, he's approving because if we had a president who was concerned about corruption, he would be fighting corruption. But instead, this president is not fighting corruption. Rather, he's fighting people who are fighting corruption. You see the difference? What is happening in Zambia right now is that the president of the republic, instead of fighting corruption, the president is fighting the people who are fighting corruption. For example, the arrest of Mubita Nawa and Anthony Bwalya. They're the ones who brought visibility to the issue that they were fake NRCs that were being issued to children and to uneligible foreigners. They say that. But instead of arresting the Patriotic Front Party that was in fact at the forefront of distributing these false NRCs, the police are now arresting the whistleblowers who brought attention to the criminality that was happening. So, in conclusion, in quite a in conclusion, yeah, and it does not even take rocket science to figure this out. Confusion ilechitika yonse mZambia abalelenga ibakateka pantu ibaleteka kaidi. So instead yako bati bana balelwisha corruption, balelwisha abantu balelwisha corruption epaliyo bwafya. Now you could be asking me to say, what are the specific activities? Munsha, bring any specific activities if you're monoko the Patriotic Front is beautiful. Okay? Bantu, sometimes when we just say these things once, you know, at your because it's a strategy of all the criminals that people are going to forget about what they are trying to say. Now, I can't say about everything that is going on, right? Let me just mention a few. 42 fire trucks. The government of the Patriotic Front, the Patriotic Front Party, they went and bought 42 fire trucks a few years ago. 42 fire trucks at $1 million a fire truck. $1 million a fire truck. Now, it's been many years, right? And mulemo kwana kalimo tuwalala bako tatuwalabeko yo pantu mulandu tauwola umulandu tauwola tuwalifi mwene ifima fire trucks vaidesh tabalungu naba nabo ati vashitilo guteko $42 million. $1 million a fire truck. Nalelo tapaba uwo bai katako na ngugu chita question. About fire trucks. No trace, no questioning, no arrest, no commission, no inquiry, no questions at all. $42 million fire trucks. And so it's very easy for us to say, no, the president had no idea. No. And the reason why these thieves who bought $1 million fire trucks have not been arrested, it is because the president, who is commander-in-chief of the security and investigation forces, knew about it. He's shielding them, he's protecting them, because Bwalya nabo, bamwe nabo, no kwiba kwine, beba nabo. Because how can a country agree to purchase second-hand fire trucks at $1 million per piece? Fire trucks mwaliya mwene fiso sofieka fya kuposa kumara baile tola fye mwana ababe n'abasungu mushoba abasungu baposa fima fire trucks ati fima fire trucks tuwaposa elo nomba balungu naba nabo baile tola fima fire trucks ifi abasungu baposa elo babe poko bati bashita at $1 million per fire truck. 1 million. Kunonga washita fire trucks ya 1 million. No kumoneka pala moneka. 1 million fire truck. Kuno kuba sungu. No kuimona kutuwai monati ikwena fire truck hii ya $1 million. Ama ladders ya kuata. Nefyo fechimoneka kutuwachimona ati chicha $1 million. Nomba ebyo balungu ifyo chadi. Abasungu baposa ifima fire trucks. Bebele fifima fire trucks fiakale fialiona eka nendalawa tafibomba baposa balungu naba nabo baya tole fifima fire trucks ifi abasungu bapose ero batulete la Muzambia ati fifima fire trucks twashita at $1 million a piece. Echo mweba nandiyo ndera ndoko bati ba PF nabo naola teine ngona wire yo bene ba PF ebona wire abene beka bali yali am fire trucks baire shita 42 million nomba ulujolo pia lwaide kwi ain a question lwaide kwi sa ulo babu mfeshe $42 million fire trucks nala milondo lweloko lwaide na alabi lero tapari nefyo nala mifisa nala milondo lweloko lujolo pia lwaide okay Pama fire trucks fiapi ambulances another scandal babu lempia again same strategy bayashta ama ambulances ifisoso ero te kushitama kushita baire tola fie baya batola ero baleta at $200,000 per ambulance balando ko batiyo nkwa ifyonse fifya mtengo na kubasungu kwine fya mtengo kwena na abasungu mbabepe shafye bantu abasungu nga bashita ambulance ya 200,000 kwena pala monika atapa bali ambulance ya 200,000 noti fye bachita ruchiru fya baireshita fisoso baire dola fye kumarabo ero balando ko bati bashita at 200,000 impia shaire kwi ero na milondo rero ko impia shaire therefore ya mumfuikishe bwino if you bubuteko bulechita okay nachimbi ichashire chisika chako bati abantu kwali ba mu budget impia isho budget yesu ukufuma kumusongo wabantu balakisa allocate ndala mashako ya shitomuti bantu Muzambia budget yesu ila chita fund health ain budget yesu Muzambia ila chita fund health budget yesu ila chita fund health kula bako olo pia ulo budget ulo bachita set aside ukushite emiti bakobata bena Zambia balenu womuti bapola nga balwala efe tuchita ku Zambia balisa panga company yabo fi ishina ya company ni Honeybee Pharmaceuticals company yabo fi I company baipangire 2 days or 3 days before taira wina tender ero company ya wina tender baipera nendalama $17 million atikabie mushitomuti ilio baire shitomuti baire ku India nako kuine fimofine vyachitike kuma fire trucks na kuma fire ambulances na kuma ambulances fimofine vyachitike na kuli $17 million ya mitiya charisha mukwaiba Honeybee balisaya ukuyashita ifisoso fyeka emitisha kwebati nokubola emitisha yabola na lero line Zamra ichirine chisariko emitisha ba Honeybee ama condoms ama Panadol ama Septrin ama PenV ama treatment at pregnancy tests ayabuteko fiance being record na vitamin C ine na yo ine fake number 2 $17 million ba Honeybee ya bakwi in newspaper ya the review okwebati it's true bali ba newspaper right that news diggers newspaper ilio baloya baba Honeybee nomba nalamiranga na baloya baba Honeybee kwena baloya batuviro kubachindika nomba baloya baba Honeybee shina lyabo ni batutu wangulu baloya baba Honeybee bali lembela kalata ZRA na NAPSA okusuwakisha ZRA na NAPSA okubasuwakisha okwebati besale newspaper iyatwebereko iyatire investigate iyafwailishe nokutweba kwegyashya Honeybee atisalene na lero dine banapsa nabo banapsa omungulu bapokerera fe kalata kuli tutu wangulu nabo no they are on news diggers kanshi news diggers mwebe kala chalonga muhamfu at news diggers baisala mulandu wakwebati imingalo toshaba mafia baleteka eshirengele bantu ni tutu angulu MP4 kabo tutu angulu ewale mbele kalato kwebati aswakisha bazedara ndo banapsa okwebata then kabyeni kuli newspaper muchiteshani moisale nombecho tule ipushako chako ba shonse shinda nomba naranda fepa ma project yanga yatatu pabungobuta batatu 3 nombefia chitikefyo bayiba alafingi nokulo neshitale tukwate ama scandals yeka echo kanshi ifinga lengo kwati ba PF bafumepo nibuka bwala lobungo nobufi ifinto fivili obungo nobufi nokukana teka wino mwana ndefu amufishe ukana teka wino tabale teka wino yo tabale so nomba kanshi abena Zambia imamwe bena Zambia ngamwa bafunyapo ba PF icho mule bafumishapo nicho ba PF wabene ebashiketeka wino tabali no lupatu wapa iyo tabali ukulanda tiyo mkwai nicho ba PF tabaka kwete fie shuko pandu PF mwalife kapata ka chave le sasa mipela makaya kubati muteke kwechalo nomba instead ya kuteke chalo wino mwambo kuiba mwe ubu ngona not no kuibira hapa no yo ukuibira hapa kubati palia pene palia chateka pakoras epo bale ibira mwebo tabale iba twatampa kokuiba uri mbota rulateka no pakoras pa didari nefe baiba chalowa baiba efirechti so nombeshime tishaba honeybee went all over the country kumilenge kuchiwempala na kuisoko abena milenge bareti chidaba isula ati ni vitamin C ati banwe vitamin C basanga muri vitamin C ifirimo na fibona fyonse ifyabo la fieka lilo balieka je nachipapusha sana nomba na penvi nenayo lilo balieka eicho kanshi abantu balwala instead yako batukuteko bubonda pe obuteko nomba bwambo kula batuminesh bwambo kula batumina poison efilechtika nomba ngachatira obubuteko buli serious nefyo bulechita ninshita bulechita investigate all these scandals yonsa yama scandals basha baya mkwikata Mubita Nawa owakweso na Bwalya katwish babe kata nesho ndandira Mubita Nawa wakweso panto size Mubita Nawa wakweso mulando wa size kuti ngawamulolesha fe Mubita Nawa kuti waishi batu Mubita Nawa mwina ngumbo nangwa kwa attention ya mwina ngumbo nomba Gawawa Monababa men, they are the ones who brought visibility to the corruption that was taking place. Why should the police make it a priority to arrest Mubita now and Bwalya? They have not done any crime. No, and yet these honeybee criminals. Honeybee. Na beneficial owner. In law, kwaba two ownership. Yengi nomba naranda fepali yabiri. There is what is known as legal ownership and there is what is known as beneficial ownership. Beneficial ownership means benefit. Which means kutumwa pika po umbi pafipepala eule muleka kwana kalimo emwine paper owner, or legal owner, and yet the real owner is what is known as a beneficial owner. So, agaka beneficial owner. Napadi Facebook yandi kalesa mukupange chongo, mukunteke fine. Yo shani, these recalls are not normal. These recalls are just normal. Takwaba kumunga teke chalo kwa kwati. Every week you are recalling medicines supplied by one supplier, sourced from one country, and you call it normal. Akaka beneficial owner kana abo kaba lungu na ama exercise bachita nabo no kunwa banwa nako no kulia badia nako no kuiba kuine akaka beneficial owner beba nako. So nomba kanshi alakadi densa akalumendo aka no kundembera sana no kulemba kala lemba nomba tetuwakwatako n'omwenso n'ensoni ishakoba ati iwe kampani yobe naye kita supply poison ku bantu ero mwayibe empya ero mwasa supply poison nomba nobukaka na bwena waibika kokuba ati kwena you'll be explaining yourself mwamo nefya chaba ubukaka efyo bwaba nabuka bwalala bulapamya omuntu apama chimbwi pakulira pakano naishi bapwa okwashintirire amatako kanshi akakalomendo nakeshi bupo kashintirire amatako kanshi ula tutukafechira bushiku and yet katitire supply through honeybee ishi mitiji shireipa yabantu imitisha koba tingani kondomu yo kondom akanono kapoleka ichiku mwabika mwakanono kapoleka ichikuru chapoleka kondomu yakoba ati bwafye yalibola ama lab technicians baisenda kondomu kuya mukupima babika mwamenshi yaswa babika mwamalenda bebere turofocus kange that's their job as lab technician babika mwamalenda muri condom fiatengerera baisha okay nomba dimbi tubike mwefimina fiala bako nefimina fine fiapula muri condom uko kanshi abalebo mfyama condom haya kuli amafumo unplanned for pregnancies kuli utuswende utusele na bola ina abantu nabalwala. And why is it happening like that? Mulandu wakwe bati abantu bali empia bayi bamwebo. So here is the question. Impia bayi bashaya kwe nalamyeba nalamilondo lwera bwino if you ababa mafia balechita impia ifwe tumfuavye ati chirabushiko kuli ama donation chirabushiko kuli ama donation nomba mundefu munja fuirisheko pano imwe mwe kuteko mwalipia tamwa kwatolupia nefipatala fine tamuli imiti umulando wako bati imiti impia shamiti shonse mwalidia nomba ndefu munja fuirisheko ishi mpia shama donations shirefu makwi Bowman Lusambo afumishe kuise mpia alechita donate ichalo chonse na mfedi ba lungu Presidential Empowerment Fund ifumine kui Bantu, that money is not from the government. Tempia shauteko. Presidential Empowerment Fund, tempia shauteko. Nimpia vyesho ba lungu wabe neba kuwata. So ba lungu, in his own individual capacity, ba lungu, Edgar Chagwa lungu, ba wabo fie. Bali kuwata kasaka kanda na mako betati Presidential Empowerment Fund. Ata wakakasaka kota kali kuwa bali pakama. Ishingi sana. Here is the question. Where does President Lungu get that money from? Where? If you can't tell us, we can speculate. We can speculate. Why can't we speculate? Edgar Lungu is the president of our country. He can't just show up with sacks and sacks of money and tell us to mind our own business. It's our business to know. Well, takwa abapo fie umuntu ali fe ni chakolwa kucha ali ni chakolwa ati watali ni lawyer yo abengi ba lawyer they are actually broke. Most lawyers are broke. Nine lawyer academy most lawyers are broke. So if you go that you bali ni ba lawyer bali go to rupia ufi mwebo bale ko wafe rutukubadia kashita mwaba mwene 2011 didn't you see him? 12, 14, 15, 16, didn't you see him? Where has he gotten the wealth from? And you've got to tell me, no, some cooperating partners. Which partners? Which partners are giving the Presidential Empowerment Fund so much money that our government is broke? Our country can't pay interest on Kalova. But we can't. We just missed a payment yesterday. 56 million. We can't. Imiti, we can't. Hiring doctors, we can't. Hiring nurses, we can't. Hiring teachers, we can't. All these things we can't. Where does the president get the money from? The president's salary is what we call public domain, meaning how much money the president receives. All the constitutional office holders, the money, that the salary is clear. It's public domain. Impie shifola kateka, nenkonka niyaba kateka. Nama Speaker of the National Assembly, nama ministers, nama MPs, na Attorney General, na Auditor General, na Solicitor General, nama judges. Imagine. Impie shifola ma judges. It's public. No bonse tu adi shiba impie bafola. So, where has President Edgar Lungu gotten the money that he is busy distributing and corrupting the entire country using the Presidential Empowerment Fund? You tell me. He has a private citizen who is in charge of this money. And they commandeer Zambia Air Force planes to distribute this loot. We are not asking for very complicated things. It's a very simple questions. If this gentleman is a servant of the people, where has he gotten all this money from? Here is my speculation. This money comes from all these contracts. This money comes from that $1 million fire truck. This money comes from this honeybee $17 million scandal. This money comes from the ambulances. That is where it comes from. It belongs to the people of Zambia and it was stolen. That is my speculation. It must have been stolen. How else would the head of state have? Just yesterday, Bowman Lusambo was donating 300,000 to marketeers. Just yesterday, Luapula, all the hospitals in Luapula received bags and meal from the president. In Milenge, we have a council chairperson in Milenge. Every week, he is saying that he has some money that the president has given him to distribute to the population. This cannot be right. This is a mafia, criminal mafia organization that impoverishes you. And then it gives you handouts in order for you to think that it is doing so because it loves you. If this government is committed to the concerns of our people, let them stop stealing. Let government function through its normal channels. Let them stop this distribution of stolen wealth. That is simple. We're not asking very sophisticated, because some of you asked me to say, why don't you offer a solution? This is a solution. But wait. So all this corruption, the biggest threat in Zambia is Anthony Bwalya and Mubita Nawa. They are in cells today, in jail. It's terrible. It's extremely sad. And so why are we saying what we are saying? It's because we believe that Zambia can do better. We believe in Zambia. We believe that Zambia can do better. But there is something wrong with the leadership. Now let's move over to nationalization. Nationalization. You see, when a government or a political party is beginning to lose popularity, it reverts to something that is known as populism. Populism preys on the anger of the people. The other thing that populism does is this. Populism makes you think like somebody else is the reason for your poverty. Somebody else. So what the Patriotic Front now is doing is they are deflating. Instead of looking themselves in the mirror to see how corrupt they are, and how much money they are stealing. They are now saying that the people that are responsible for all this mismanagement is somebody else. So they're saying it's the privatization program. They're saying that it's investors. And so they are trying to provide a solution. And what is that solution? They're calling it nationalization. Nationalization. So what it means in nationalization is that this is the lie. They're saying, if we in Zambia no matufire tu asashani tufire tu apokolola fionse fipakobati tufi kontolole fibe fieso. Ati tu station tufi kontolole. Ero fi number one. First of all, fionse fia ba Zambia fieso fwe na Zambia. Ba lungu ngabalanda tbarefu okupokolole fintu ati tufi kontolole bufi. Bantu fionse vintu Zambia fieso ya Zambia fieso. So kulanda tiyongwa ibala pokolola. Poko ati fibe fieso bufi. Balungu bafiru okuteka nombako bafiru okuteka barefu ayaka bepesho nombaka bepesho akaba very easy kusonta bambi bamwisa particularly eba kusonta tabaye balengere kashina topokolole nomba ifi FHTK na 1970 this is 2020 tulebweke shapo umungulu nefi abupuba file tuachitire in 1970 twasam kufibweke shapo mu 2020 munje beko takwabe chalo the entire world each that develop without foreign direct investment nefiaro fine fikankala China America no kuku inenchikana okombomba ku Canada ififialo na ku Europe konse na ku UK ififialo fichita develop through foreign direct investment chalo la nyomo foreign direct investment imwenge chalo fia pala Zambia ukwimba kopa teguya fiati mwabulo olukasumu ambo kwimba iyo kwali wo kwimba kwa bana business kwa bana efingi fya kuba mulefu afi machine fya kuba ati mwaimba pamonge chalo chaba organize ifyo mufuyiro okuchita kweba ko ababambi ama company kufyalo fimbi ukweba ati baisa ebo mwambo okubomfya okumimbila emo chalo la okubomfya abama efifima company fya basungu efyo mwambo okubomfya mwafye bati leteni ulupia leteni nefima machine leteni na technical expertise muirete efyo mwala imba chuma cha chalo twakola mipela ko kanono na imwe na ifo twakola sunga na aba bomfi bakola bomba bwino efyo chaba. And the reason why you want to use foreign direct investment is so that the risk is borne not by you, but by somebody else. In other words, Moexta shift risk from yourselves as a government, you shift it to somebody else. The reason is you as a government, you want to concentrate on delivering good things for your people, so that others assume the risk. If you company if you ishibe fya kuchitama risk nga fya calculate wino ero nombali la fya isa mkwimba file mimbira fyenu mulebo mfya bambi okumiretere chuma efye fyalo finonga na China ine China tu ya kumukupoka kaloba efyo ya wina lelo China is the #1 destination of foreign direct investment. China yalisa isula yebere imwe basungu bantu mwe basungu mwalite more good things. China, the Chinese, they use brain sana. Yebere imwe basungu, you like nice things. Ichalo ifo church tashani chaisuka iseni. And they went. They took machinery. They took technical expertise. They took money. They started industries. They started investing. China yebere, no problem. As long as you make anything from here, it's still ours. Now, China, it's still ours. You're going to say made in China. Chinese economy grew from 1990 to the present Several Katwishma Masters statistician thousands of percentages Chinese economy. Why did it grow? It's not that China started saying if you never lungu. Number, you see, I want to want all of chalo on their own. Lungu te chona ole Zambia palo wakwe. Number, next they're gonna enlist quack economists. Chimudala chimo ichitonton kanya from the University of Zambia. Actually, in the forefront, ukula tuka ama investors. Well, actually tuka ama investors. Number, how can you, as a country, develop with such a mentality? If you are going that Chandi does not lead to development. Anger is not a strategy. It's not. What is a strategy? Amano. Follow the Chinese. Nama Indians. Follow the Indians. How did India manage to lift millions and millions out of poverty? What happened? They opened their country to foreign direct investment, to industries, to manufacturing. It's not just self-made manufacturing. If you land up Valungu, na uliomu nabo wa University of Zambia. Inenda papasan. No, they opened up their country. They said, come, bring your money, bring your forex in our country. Our country is open. Bring your forex. If we talk like tax, we are going to have policies in place. We are going to manage our country. You come in. We are going to tighten. It will still be our country. It will still be Zambia. And that's how it develops. The issue is not that no Zambians can't manage anything. Zambians can manage everything. And they are managing. We share Ministry of Health. Tema Zambians babako. No baba ibire nwana. Tema Zambians. Aba ireshta fi fire trucks fi abola ni bani. Tema Zambians. So, what is it that you are telling me Zambians are going to do differently when they begin running a mine? So, what you need as a government is to concentrate on smaller areas that have wider impact, rather than trying to expand your reach. This government cannot run government. How is it going to run business? The same inefficiency that is at Ministry of Health is now going to be transferred to mines. President Lungu has failed to run the country. Now he has resorted to lying to the people of Zambia. Lying that there is someone somewhere who is trying to come and take Zambia. It is a lie. It is populism that does not put food on the table. The same kind of populism that destroyed Zimbabwe. Efyo balungu balefu okuchita. Nomba, natuloleshe kufira ekitika ku KCM. KCM babula, bapela omunabo, balungu. Balibula KCM balungu, bapela omunabo. Ishina lyakwe ni miringo lungu, ni lawyer. Ewo bapela. Ama suppliers, abachita supply ku KCM, na lelo line taba balipira. Taba balipira yo. Necho tabalandira mwenso bakwata. Nomba. Emumwema suppliers babuchingola, nalamilandira ko. Uyu miringo uyu. Necho ta milipirira. Necho mumbwe pakulira kano naishwa kuyizapwa. Naishwa kwa shintilire. Alebo mfia maka yabo tekwa ya balungu kwe batimwe. Lera milipira. That is what is happening. So no me vive what that KCM at you kwa KCM ni miletera, it's in your hands. In which hands? Which people of Chingola is KCM in the hands of? KCM is in the hands of President Lungu and his friends. They are the ones who are making all the decisions, selling this company, raping this company, and mismanaging it. KCM. KCM is owing local supplies. KCM is owing CEC hundreds of millions of dollars. Richard Gazala was complaining about what is happening at KCM. A company that has been in existence for a very long time, mining haulage. Miringolungu comes and cuts a contract for that company. A company that has been in Chingola, Shiva, mining haulage, Kuchingola, Shiva, for many, many years. Miringolungu atiyo batstakat. You know who they've given those contracts to? Cadres of the Patriotic Front. To govern a country, it is not enough ukuyayiba fyabantu ati yomukwayichi cheno elo noma mwambo okupela amakadas ebona ulefi into ebona ulecha. That is what is happening in Chingola. Noma uwafe wako bati ififileteka balungu tefyo bateke chalo yo tekuteka yo. We can't say that no, there is no alternative. There is a clear alternative. As long as if it ayo sama initiative barelanda nicho barefkwata mu ukuidia no kuiba efilistic. Number 12, which suppliers in Chingola have been paid? 0. CEC 0. Mining haulage fired. And who are the new contractors? You see, as a government, when you attract foreign direct investment, you tighten screws. The reason why these mining companies would rather outsource purchasing and supply is because they feel like the government interferes a lot with supply. You as a government, wants to tighten that. No kusoka amakadas ukweba, look, if you are not in this business, they are a company, you'll be a supplier. No. We want these mining investors to be dealing with our local people that have been in this business and have a proven record. So that they are not giving these contracts to people simply because they belong to the Patriotic Front. Because if you begin giving people contracts on the basis of their affiliation to the party, they will begin supplying substandard machinery and things. And before you know it, your country collapses. So what is the solution? The solution is simple. It all rises and falls on leadership. Leadership. This is a leadership problem. There is no leadership in State House. There is a lot of ukufuala bwino chifuale baume balafuala bwino nga bapopoka pata atina muno omuntu ndelonga umwalo leshama policies. It's all over the place, and of course they are being supported by confused characters from the University of Zambia. I'm sorry, but if you as the University of Zambia, you've got a character who is claiming that they are a professor or whatever it is, but they are proposing things that are not going to they're not common, not common sense tamudi. What are we going to say? At Yomkwa, it's okay, it's okay. Go ahead and insult investors. Mwatu kama investors lero, mairoko mwabutukira. Ba IMF, abo mwatukire. Ebo mule butukira kwa Yomkwa, iseni mutu wafuilishe, tuachula. Why? It's because anger is not a strategy. It's not a plan. It's not enough to be angry. It's not enough to show that you are a very angry person. It is not enough. What we need is a leadership. That is what we need in our country. Okuteka wino. Not if. So that walanda chomwa yobuteko wa madongo. We are the ones who are at yoku to walanda shani if you know but na nifishi vimisho na landa. Nganshirande to And that's exactly what is happening. Why aren't honeybee people arrested? Why can't we straighten things that are happening in the mining sector? Why aren't we using others? Enlist. You are still the ones that are working. But baleleta machinery, baleleta know-how, baleleta fiance, no lupia dollars, baleleta. Not you as a government. You begin competing for dollars. That's why today it's 22 kwacha. Yomkwai. Aren mweba, muleti poshan. I've sent you the link. Here is another link. That's the link to talking to me. Anyway, so any questions here? That's the concern that we have right now. Okay. Odeka wino. Bafuye baleke fifi yakuleta umwenso kulatinya bena Zambia chan. No. The reason why the kwacha is failing, mulandu abalungu tabaleteka wino yo. The reason why there is all this confusion, every day there is a scandal. Every day, scandals. Government of Katwishi, government of scandals, government here covert taishi village tika, village tika finto. Tiari pena. You know what I mean? Even to via pena finto. Kwacha is off the hook. Imitita mudi, imitin pia, bare somebody pays for the ministers, nobody knows who was paid for the ministers. That is characteristic of a lack of leadership. Tapali yo, Muliamu State House. It's empty. Tamuli muntu mulia yo, tamuli. Bunda wama noni no kudemfwa. Tamuli, tamuava. Okushipe ntongolo shu muntu wakobati. Alete eka bwino. Tamuli yo. Tamuli, amuva muntu mudi. Panono mkwai, panono. Ala panono. Kueba fiaba ntwati yo lekeni ukwiba. Waba soka. 1. Lekeni ukwiba. 2. Consistent message on foreign direct investment. Consistent message. 3. You tighten the screws. You tighten the system. 4. You learn from the Chinese. You learn from the ukusambirira kuma Chinese. No kusambirira kubera Zambia abo mwatuma ku China. Ngababwera mwabeta pamba lyati pane nishmwaire ku China nifinji mwamwene. China bali ba businessman na ba businesswoman abaya mukushita. Eranda those doctors, bariya bomba ko mufipatala mu China, economists aba bomba ko for banks in China bariya mwabeta mwabere. Tulondolele niko. That's what China did. China bonsa ma Chinese abale yakubasungu na ku Africa konse bale beta China. Baby, come and tell us. What you see, imwe you are an autocratic closed system. Isule niko femo. Ama Chinese baby, that's what we need to do. Chinese Communist Party. You see, it's a communist party and yet very capitalist in business. They opened their country. Bari monofefe basungu, they like nice things. Ama Chinese baby, we are here. Come and make your nice things here. Ne inkolo konkwete China. Yakaka suti mfuere China. Kunoni kukana njikala ku Canada. Fyonse fyo mfuere fya ku China. Na technology ndevo mfya ya ku China. Elo ifwe minsele fye. Eicho kanju dia professor inaramba pusha. University of Zambia professor. Mweko. Nda kwenanda papa mwe. njebele kwena, this is serious. Pantu kwena, a university professor, utuka ama investors. Evere yo fionse fiesu, wemome. Fienu qui? This country already belongs to you. Ububuteko, tabule kontolo la bwino efentu yo. Efyo tule chulira, abana, tabale sambirira tabale lya bwino. Abale temfu afye, nibalungu ebe. Namanone beka. Ebale omfu afye manone beka balungu. Ata ya manone, ya balungu fye beka. Sirianga baba pera koko kutu abebira kotulio to akwata presidential empowerment fund nombero batampokula kaika fie chalo chonse impia tefe bateke firo Chirafo kumfuati yo mkwaita kwa ba alternative fwe bena Zambia to alikwata wino if tuferefe tuwaka no kwa this is not the way you are supposed to rule a country yo mkwaita tefe bateke chalo yo mgwai baka tuika kainge anso abantu abana ku Zambia imwe bena Zambia mwe bali ku Zambia you are the true heroes. That's why they tuika refie kuno kufialo tuika refie imwe you are the ones that are sacrificing every day, and if tuika refie yo mgwai tule umfofia manone but Zambians are sacrificing every day. You are the true heroes. That's why we need to support you by what we are doing. The Zambian Commonwealth outside Zambia is behind you in your fight. We're not fighting for anything personal. In a Parwandi Nambulan that you're going to share Omuntu for Yokoba minister, F1 Fino, Nechibemba. Pangola fokuba minister kwamba okulanda mu kisungu pakoba ati bonse atufuro ko bafeya okulanda kwino sana ekisungu n'okumoneka kwino natai na ofuwala pakwati nga bamona ati ni minister ulia vyamoneka ine ndevu avyokulandira kwa abantu epera abena Zambia abo balungu bale bepa na abena mirenge na abena chiwempala abo honeybee ibira n'okuchita supply imitisha abola ebo ndefu irako vyokulandira kone eka plan na kwata fie kulandira kwa abantu epera so the baba any grand plan at yongwa ishani yo if we had that plan living at what no but pali apa any grand plan apecha apo ficha ko batulerandira kwa abantu mwachiramo kulwalika abantu mwabalwalika mwabebira mwababeba fyonse fye mulechitira abantu tuikarefya tiyo mkwai bunda bwa Bible chira kushikwa mavesi kwaina mavesi mwadi mwa kuti ni love one another, walk in love, shine yoko, the Lord bless you. Hey, the nation that blesses the Lord shall be blessed. Mwebo lekenyu kuibangale justice mweze lesalanda lekenyu kunyantirira abantu nokuikata abakahere Anthony Bwalya na Mubita Nawa owakweso umwina mumbu Mubita Nawa akepe Mubita Nawa umuntu washipa bwino Mubita Nawa baikata owakahere banyantiriro wakahere ero mairo mukarechita kota ama scriptures that yo mkwai the Lord queen mwefirwani mwe bachirufia wingi
mukai
bachirufia wingi alererete ni
mukai awe ine kwena na kwata pufe ifina onofo ningalanda ati ukuteke mbwa mano ayabula mano uwatekere mbwa ishosha esho nombaba bena I don't think mulina mano elo no luseta bakwata ishwenda lama bapela ba honeybee bapela ba honeybee ndalama. Meanwhile twalilufya omwana Ian Mtambo ule bapele asenda ma covid samples mu bus but lili omwana afwa bachita providing ndeke okusenda ekitumbi. Who does that?
Sad.
Babula nsamansa mabaipaya in broad daylight. Babula
Yes,
makondom babika pa market nemiti yao naika nomba mukateka banani ni banani mukateka mkwaepo napela pope
natotera vachirofya wesu natotera aleni vaRose Limbrick leteni ilyash namumvu atimit na vitamin C ine yalibola
Ination ndako fakuli balungu. It's just so sad and shame to the president. Because ukusensa shame pia ukintisia bukuba. I don't use bad words anyway. But ana ufuwa kukuwa bonta kama. Instead bashame ishuntu wale fire abantu. Elo chimbi ukupitana. Lord you go, my Lord you go, my Lord you go. Ukusensa nyenda lama.
oh yaputuka mwe vaRose Limbrick I don't know when channel yachitika leteni ilyash amtija okupitana I think network
ukupitana
network tairi bwino vaRose mwandeni mwananda fe bwino okupitana okupitana nirulyo lwimbo lwakwa Pichen Kazembe nashiu Pichen Kazembe ati vashimagi ilyashi lyapang'anda ikaleni ko panshi ngale hayi ati vashimagi ndina mashiwi panono ilyashi lyapang'anda ikaleni ko panshi hayi pantu techuteke bwino lero likuisoka mailo likumilenge kulya kushukuli kumongu ati ekuteka no ngale ikala ko panshi odi ukatola ukavashimagi no awo kwena balaseya yo kwena awo balaseya niba kakwendo munjira I don't know why. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. God bless you and subscribe to our channel, like us, send us a message. Let us know that if you panga sense. Now that you panga sense, mutuebe. Fine. Taturandira ati tukachinja iyo. Tukakonkanya hapo ififia kuchita. Pantu bambi bamona kona kalimo nilero tuwatampo okulanda pafia kusambia. Telero, ipeji inga nipa Facebook. 2009. This is 12 years long. Epo tuchiti. So kanshite kusanga abantu balete ya bola. Chila wa joina wamona kona kalimo niwe balete iyo. Tolerandira kopya abantu. And we've been talking for people since 2009. It's not something that has just come up at you mgwaito atampa fyokulandira kwa abantu iyo. Kale tu atampa. Ili diashi diakale. Diashi dikaya. God bless you and thank you so much for joining us. God bless.